of the Fisio Froggen and Quickshot to take us through that quick game.
Thank you very much, T-Man and Crepo. And after that abysmal performance from Gambit, the last Western hope for League of Legends teams now lies on a North American team. I did not expect to say those words coming into this tournament. I did think that Fnatic and Gambit were going to put on stronger performances. And I would say that Gambit got picked apart even more drastically than Millennium got picked apart by the KT Bullets. Fact of the matter is, Gambit got smashed in every single lane. They started a lane swap, didn't work out in their favor. Taipei Assassins simply outclassed them.
Can we just say that the European scene at the moment are too weak early game? Like the laning phase is just too weak. Every single game against the Asian teams, it's been the same story. Fall behind early, trying to catch up, not possible, end up losing the game. Millennium, KT Bullets was the same thing. Fnatic, IG was the same thing. And now here, every single lane got outclassed. Everyone, they died 1v1, 2v2. TPA played fantastic, we have to give them that. I mean, they really showed how strong they were. They showed that their record in GPL actually shows they are a very, very strong team. And if they can keep this performance going, they're definitely one of the favorites now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But I would like highlight especially the mid player, the 6th morning. He played amazing. It was insane. Like in the laning phase, he one-on-ones. Alex said, okay, he uses flash, Alex doesn't, but a one-on-one is a one-on-one. Free first blood from there. He snowballed it into a turret. He snowballed it into like even more lead. He predicted every single time Diamond was gonna go mid. He got away from everything without even losing health, without losing pressure. He just played really, really good.
Every single member of Taipei Assassins stepped up. They won each of their respective lanes regardless of who they were facing off against. They rotated well for objectives. Where there were fights possible, they picked them. The thing that was most impressive about this particular game, maybe in contrast to the KT Bullets, where they themselves picked up like a 17, 18-minute inhibitor, is just that it was relentless. The Taipei Assassins continued to find kills over and over and over, and of course, the composition sort of lended itself towards that, but it was flawless. There was really nothing that Gambit could have done from the get-go. From the first 2 minutes, we've seen Edward as well as Genja being forced to blow their flashes on, and invade trying to defend their own buff.
And one thing I really liked about TPA is the fact they picked up triple mobility boots when they actually got ahead. So they just roamed around the map, they warded everything up, caught Gambit out every single time they had the chance. And with the high mobility and with the fact they were so far ahead, teleport onto Lee Sin, of course. Every time Gambit tried something, multiple members were there for TPA, punished them, killed them, and just make it look even worse for them.
So let's take a look at Taipei Assassins, their performance. They absolutely destroy Gambit. Now, Taipei Assassins played phenomenally well. Gambit played pretty poorly, let's be frank and honest. And if we contrast those two performances, it makes TPA look particularly good. Do we feel their individual play and decision-making from this game is going to put them on par with the likes of KT Rolls to be and maybe Invictus, as they have also shown very strong performances?
So I think like the game was even till the point where Alex died. I really have to highlight that. It was like it was 2 versus 1 in the top side and the bottom side of the map. They both had like even pressure on those 2 lanes. The junglers, none of them really had an impact till they actually started going off the mid. They were like, okay, we got tower and mid, let's just keep rotating around the mid. We don't have to do anything else. We don't try to fight them top lane, we don't try to fight them bottom lane. It's like every single time they actually traded better than even, it was because 6 was involved.
So what was the mistake there? Is that just TPA making excellent decisions around the mid lane? Or is that Gambit not being, not having enough wards, not having enough members in that mid lane? Where do you feel it lies more?
I think it's more because of the fact Kartus is extremely bad against 6 if he falls behind. Like in the early game, like the first 4 levels, you need to hit the lay waste. If you're not hitting the lay waste, you're not gonna have a good time against 6. He can always poke you. You can't run through his minefield. He even has a knockback, or he can knock himself away. He has his ultimate that you even can't flash out of because the flash range is not far enough. So if you fall behind, you lose all your pressure. However, if you hit the lay waste, you're actually gonna be really, really good in the matchup versus 6, especially because he has Ignite. So you can go really aggressive onto him and he has to back out early or it's gonna be 1-for-1 while you're cleaning the entire minion wave. And that's gonna make you get ahead.
So basically, Gambit, with the last pick, was the Carvers. They were actually them picking against the Ziggs. They more or less invested everything in saying, Alex, you're gonna win this matchup. If you don't, we're more or less screwed. That's it. Like, if you don't win this matchup, we're done. Because Ziggs on Morning, he's so strong on his champion. He's been playing it in GPL so many times, so Gambit know he's playing it. And yet they actually last pick the Carvers. They take the chance. It didn't work for them. One thing we have to know though with Gambit, we've seen them in the European LCS win 5 games in a row, then they lose horribly. We had like the super hardcore game, we lost in 25 minutes. This could be the same for them. Let's see what they can actually do in the next game they play, if they can manage to bounce back.
Well, they've only got one more chance.
Exactly.
Now, I do want to remind everybody that last year at the Intellectually Masters, the Katowice stop, they had a terrible group stage. They only made it through on time difference and bounced back to take out, at the time, Blaze and Frost. Now, I'm by no means predicting it. After seeing that performance, my faith in Gambit has been shattered. Guys, we do have to go to a break. Before we do, though, I just want to make a very quick announcement. Because of the delays that we have suffered over the course of the day, we are going to be moving the Group B losers match to tomorrow at 12 a.m. Central European time. So what that does mean is we are starting tomorrow 1 hour earlier than scheduled. We will be wrapping up the losers match, which will be Gambit versus